Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been long. I did a sit down video, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the three main habits that litters our kitchen. I mean the three main reasons or the three main habits that dirties our kitchen. I know that our mind is always at a constant battle when it comes to cleaning the kitchen. There are so many works to be done in the kitchen. That is why we should actively make an effort to make sure that our cooking space is clean and hygienic. The reason is that most of the things we put in our mouths and we drink centers in the kitchen. So it is always wise that we keep our kitchen safe. I know there is nobody that has an apartment that does not have kitchen. We all have kitchen in our apartment. So this is why most people don't really pay attention to this, but that is why I bring it to you today to pay attention that this habit really keeps the kitchen so untidy. So let's get started. One of the major reasons or one of the major habits that most of us do that keeps our kitchen untidy is piling of dirty dishes. Yes, for some of us who like piling up dirty dishes, this is not proper, because in as much as we don't enjoy washing our dishes after eating or enjoying a very amazing meal sorry, it is always necessary that you wash off your dishes after eating, because it keeps that kitchen so clean and safe, and the hygiene there is so cool. So it's always wise that you wash your dishes after eating. Piling it up, you're just trying to harbor pests, and this house pests is not something you would like to enjoy or keep as a roommate or flatmate or whatever thing you can maybe call it. Then you're inviting cockroaches, house flies, name them, wall geckos, any kind of pests inside your home, and you wouldn't like to be uncomfortable in your home after seeing all those pests surrounding, because unkept dish or the dishes that you did not wash is going to make the kitchen have some kind of smell, and you invite rats, I forgot rats, and you invite them inside your kitchen, and you can see that it's not something nice, and they'll be there to help you finish up the crumbs if you left some of the maybe bones or fishes or whatever in your plates. So this piling up of dishes is a no-no. It's not a good thing to do, to keep. I know that it's going to be stressful. Sometimes I feel that way, but I will advise you to wash your dishes after eating. You will enjoy the fresh air coming out from your kitchen. Coming to the second one, we're talking about the spilling or crumbs. Yes, sometimes I do that. I will not deny, because I know that most of us do that, and don't lie. As you're seeing this video, you should tell yourself the truth. Yes, these spillings that come out, maybe you make tea or you make coffee, or you sliced bread and you want to put some jam or butter or anything, and then in the process you spill some tea. Oof, later I'll clean it. Or you're trying to cut or slice some bread, or you want to maybe do some toasting, and then the crumbs of bread just spill everywhere, poured everywhere. Or probably you want to make or maybe get your milk to pour into your tea or something. It may be liquid, it may be solid. At the end of the day, it's poured somehow in your cabinet or on the floor. It is not a nice thing if you leave that to do it maybe some other time. Or so these things brings in so many things that you may not like in your kitchen, like leaving a spilled milk or tea in your kitchen. It's advised that you clean them immediately. As it's spilling, just clean it. Just wipe. If it is the solid, sweep it up. Like the crumbs, take them away and put them into the bin, because the more they stay there, remember, they're rotten, and when they're rotten, they begin to produce some bacteria in your kitchen that you will not like, and these things can cause sicknesses. Some of the bacteria that you will find in your kitchen when you see some of these rotten things, you can see salmonella, you can see E. coli, and the rest of them. Yes, and the third one is using dirty or mold sponge and rag. If you know that you're in this table, please gather with popcorn, because me, I used to balance on the table. Not all the time, shall, but I know I used to balance on the table. So after researching about this particular one, you find out that it is even the most dangerous part of it. So it is wise that you open your ears. Please and please make sure you wash the sponge, or maybe let me say sanitize the sponge you use in your kitchen, and the rags, make sure you keep them clean. There are some organisms that, in as much as you just dip them into the water and wash them and keep them, after later on, if you use that sponge on anything, those bacteria can still transfer to that place, including the rags. So I don't know, my sister, my brother, when last did you wash your rag, and when last did you wash your sponge? These things are the things that we neglect, especially the sponge part and the rag part. Sometimes I dispose most of the rags and create a new rag. Yes, including your hand towel. I know many people have not washed their hand towel. Say the truth in Jesus' name and God will save you. Wash it, even if it's with hot water. Sanitize. It is always good, because most of these things that we wipe with these rags and we clean with these rags, organisms harbor inside these rags and these towels. So you need to sanitize them as possible as you can, because they multiply and they decide to dirty our kitchen. You wouldn't like such thing in your life. So my sister, my brother, go and change those rags and sponge, even if it's once in 3 weeks to change your sponge. And then about the rags, you can maybe be changing your rags, getting new rags, maybe disposing. You have old clothes, you can make it rag, and then you dispose the rest that are too old. You find out that your kitchen will safe and hygienic. I can comfortably say that our life, part of our life is in the kitchen, because whatever we do in that kitchen is what we eat, and it enters into our body. And of course, you would not want to go and be spending money just because you finish cooking and then they say food poisoning. Most are the kind of maybe risks or hazards you see in the kitchen. So it is always wise that you actively clean your kitchen, mind the way the kitchen looks, and make sure it is sparkling clean. After this research, I found out that I was balancing on the table. I know that most of us are balancing on the table. Oh yeah. So try and keep your kitchen clean. Once again, I want to say that I am grateful. Thank you so much for the love and the subscribing. Please and please always watch my video, my sit down videos. I like to get comments. I like to make new friends. Though for those who has been subscribing, thank you so much. I really appreciate. And those who have been seeing my videos so far, I am very, very grateful. Until next time.